Queen. Is that your real name?
Yes.
That's a lie.
You want to see my license?
No. Aw. Let's start the show. Hold on, before we really start it, where do I look? Because when we did Riverside, I looked like I was strung out because I'm looking at 8 different cameras and everything. Right? You seen it?
Hello, and thank you for joining us in another episode of Naked Talk. Today we're filming in a new location. Tom, thank you for having us here. We are in Faded Image new location with Tom Silvia, the owner. So Tom, tell us a little bit about your new place. It's nice.
Before we start, I want to let you know that I see you stole the hat. So...
it wasn't like that. You gave me the hat and you promised me a t-shirt. Yes, you promised me a t-shirt and a Rolex, right? And some diamond necklace.
He ain't gonna be able to give that to you, boo. Look this way. That sort of stuff.
Yeah. Our topic today is masculinity.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with the simplest question, and that is, how would you define masculinity?
Well, how does masculinity define you?
Oh, thank you to George.
When I think of masculinity, I said it right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think like the big muscle guy that's probably in the union, and you know he got the rough skin on the hands because he works with tools. And that's what I think of.
So you would consider yourself?
When I think of that word, no, I'm not a masculine man like that.
Well, how would you describe yourself?
Tom the barber.
Tom the barber.
Yeah, I'm just me and my own self. I don't.
So the reason I bring this topic up, the Me Too movement that I just taught you or informed you about
I knew nothing
today,
about the Me Too movement.
Where
That's
are
probably
you?
a good thing.
It kind of sounds.
The Me Too movement, in wakes of Harvey Weinstein's abuse and horrible lifestyle towards women, he has harassed and allegedly raped some women as well. But women now are coming together and to pretty much tell their stories.
Yeah.
That you're not alone. It happens to most of us. On that, I know that when we talk about sexual harassment or rape, it can happen to both, either a man and a woman.
Yeah.
But often we hear women's stories and not men's stories. So the Me Too movement, where would that fit? Or does it have a place in masculinity?
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, what do you say?
Well, that's a typical subject. It kind of, it can go both ways because you notice like women don't usually come forth either as much because you hear about either the factor of shame, embarrassment, or it could be maybe a work partner or somebody close in their social circle and things of that nature. Very rarely when you hear extreme cases of rape is when violence or a complete random act is involved where there isn't maybe so much social strings or familiarity involved with that
But you know
person.
what, on that matter, I feel like women are almost, when you hear such a thing, you're like, oh, another woman. Because they have this sense of being a victim. Like it's acceptable for women to be a victim. But I don't feel it's acceptable for a man to be a victim.
No, and I think that would define in masculinity in a sense.
That it's that kind of like an umbrella that shields, I feel, men from speaking out and being safe.
Because it probably makes them feel like they're less of a man because they were raped. Or something
Yes,
like
yeah.
That act that happened to them is not like they really could control it. You know, somehow it happened. You know, it doesn't mean you should hide from it.
Okay.
If you're gonna hide something, you'll never be able to heal.
True. Because it's unbelievable. Number one, it's gonna be unbelievable. Me, 300-pound man, being raped by a 130-pound woman. How the hell does that go down? At some point or another, I have to be turned on in order to perform the act.
See, but I think this is where your perceptions come into play of how you view rape, sexual encounters, things of that nature. Like rape doesn't necessarily have to be physical. Like Mickey's, like you say.
Yeah,
like it could be a chemical.
But is it still rape after that?
Was it a consensual act between the two?
No.
So then I would say
sexual assault. Now, when you go back to the masculinity part of it, I think masculinity in the world, not only just in America, has lost its grandeur. Men don't think of themselves sometimes as men. They don't because they're effeminate.
But embracing femininity, does that take away from someone's
masculinity?
It doesn't take away. I don't think it takes.
Female embrace masculinity.
Yeah.
Well, no.
So let's move on because we can discuss about this topic forever. And Tom, we are getting lost and lost.
I almost took a nap. There's too many big words for him. There's way too many big words for him. Yeah.
Back to our topic of masculinity. Women have fought for a very long time and are continuing to fight for equal rights or to be respected, to have their freedom of choice, their own lifestyles. But most often it's forgotten that the same argument can be made for men too. You know, some men do not feel like just because I'm born as a man doesn't mean I have to confine to whatever is expected of me. That they still want their freedom to choose. For example, we're talking, I as a woman, I can wear pants, I can wear shorts, I can wear dress skirts, you name it.
But with that being said, are you embracing your masculinity when you wear those things?
I don't even think about it. I know it's my choice, you know, that I can walk out of there wearing pants and
Would
nobody's
you say pants
going
are a
to.
masculine thing though?
No, I don't think, but because it's not like I'm wearing Tom's pants, you know, they're going to be
But
pants
Tom's
made
pants,
for women.
considered 20 years ago with the distressing and the stretching and the ripped things, that was a woman's
Thing, yeah.
women's design.
So what I'm saying is, can a man, or would you look down on a male who chooses to wear a skirt and doesn't identify as either bisexual?
I'm not going to look down on him, but I'm
Okay.
going to find it a little odd because that's not a normal thing that you see nowadays.
But what's normal? And who defines normal?
It is in other countries. I mean, in Scotland, men wear kilts.
Yeah.
Kilts.
But it's a culture thing. I think
It's
that's
a
where
culture.
that's where people need to find the importance of culture, because culture defines the things you embrace in your reality.
And what's proper and not. So you just say, so in our culture here now in the United States, then that's not. That's gonna
Well,
be wrong.
America is funny because that's why, in a way, we kind of
And
lead
we're
the
melting
world.
pot. We have everybody. Yes.
Because but
So
not
So
just
shouldn't
that.
everything go
We
here
allow
then?
people
Everything
to we allow
goes in
people to
America.
express things that we wouldn't normally see.
Then would also the same
You know,
argument be
experience.
made that culture would define the definition of masculinity?
Absolutely. That
Well,
would
I
be
don't
considered masculine.
even understand how we're even putting women and men in a masculine category, because masculinity means strength. It means strength. It means
So women do not have the strength?
women do have strength, but a woman, a regular woman, is not going to be as physically strong as a man.
But so is a regular man.
See, but that's a tricky slope. You can't say those things
Yeah.
because that's
can
very
beat anybody.
that puts things in a box.
No haircut today?
No haircuts
Look
today.
at me.
May you take a look at him, please? Okay, Andrew's taking a good look at you, and tomorrow you'll be all set.
We'll do a before and after.
All right. Tom, you can even connect it to you now, you as a barber and everything. We were talking about the min bun. We were talking about your jewelry and stuff. You're embracing that. An argument can be made that that is not.
But can you conflate the two of masculinity, though? You know,
Can-
because
No, but to me, this is a definition of masculinity, that he is powerful enough and comfortable enough in his own skin that he can do whatever he wishes and please.
Yeah, I pay my bills, I bought
Or-
my jewelry,
or-
I
or-
bought my
or-
clothes,
or-
and they didn't tell me to take off my jewelry.
but or is that also viewed as a level of status and antiquity as well? Because you know, kings back in the day, they were adorned from head to toe, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, rings. You know.
I don't get it.
What is being a man is take
Would you say because Tom is
fruitful,
glistening
being
himself
a man,
on jewelry?
being a man
would
is
that-
being fruitful and multiplying. That's what being a man is.
What do you mean?
So I
Being
do that.
fruitful and
I'm a
being
man then, I can do that.
and multiplying.
But if then that's the lowest definition.
So-
if that then every
No, that's not a lowest definition. That's
so
just
how does homosexual men factor into that statement then?
how do they multiply?
they multiply.
They multiply.
They can.
How?
They can. They just chooses not. You can
It's
steal.
called a syringe.
Yes,
you
it's
see
called
it
a
all the
syringe.
time. Like,
Yeah,
you see
but
it
that's-
Them today that they'll never meant
This
to
is gonna be the book.
They're-
This is what show 5. This is
No,
Nah,
I'm
I
saying-
just think
You sure you want that Tito's?
I just think
But
in
why
my
do you
opinion,
think that,
I think
Okay, oh my God, I have never lost control of a topic before.
Oh, this
but
topic
today I
this is a
cannot.
crazy topic.
Because it is a crazy
We
topic.
should have filmed
You
another
guys
topic.
made
This
it
one's
crazy.
I know,
Okay.
this is like multiple talks.
Yeah, we
So-
went into 8 different things.
I need to
Masculinity.
close the show because we did not get anything done today, but we can be sitting here talking about this all day long.
And you wanted to drink alcohol.
She would have been fighting.
Okay, so thank you for being with us for episode 3 of Naked Talk, filmed right here at Faded Image Barber Shop.
Don't give out the
in
address in
new
case someone tries to throw a
location
rock through my window.
with Tom Silvia, the owner and also a barber here at the Faded Image Barber Shop. So join us for next week. We're probably going to be at Christine's Hair Salon.
Where it's
Back
safer.
there. Where it's safer, according to Tom. So thank you and have a pleasant day. Bye. Unbelievable, people.
All right, let's do shots.
Oh my God.
Can we at least put in there that I wanted Amber Rose to sexually assault me because it could
No!
it could get through media and next thing you know she DMs me. Come on. No, this shit. I'll be trying to get child support from her. Yeah, I'll be trying to get child support from her. I'll be like, nah, she's all over the road touring.